Good morning! So this morning I wanted to talk about the bravery of submission. Now if you aren't married, don't run away because submission applies to everybody. See Ephesians 5. But I would like to quickly point out a common misconception that seems to be running in our circles. It says, okay, we should submit to each other, and then it says, wives, submit to your husbands. But because it talks to husbands right after that, some people have assumed this means husbands also should submit to wives, like you're submitting to each other. That doesn't work. That's not submission. And people usually mean by that we should be loving and caring and talking together about decisions. But what does the word submission mean? Submission is a very technical term, and it's a military term. It means ordering yourself under someone else. So here's an authority figure, and you are ordering yourself under them. In the workforce or military, it's called being subordinate. It doesn't mean you're less than them, not as smart as them, whatever. It just means that they're the authority and you do what they say, because that's how the hierarchy works. And that's how it is in marriage too. So what is submission? It's ordering yourself under. Who do we submit to? Anyone who is our authority figure. So that doesn't mean all women submit to all men, because all men are not all women's authority figures. That means a wife submits to her husband, an employee submits to their employer, children submit to their parents, a soldier submits to his captain or general, and the list goes on. When do we submit? All the time. This gets hard. It's not when I feel like it. It's not when they're worthy of respect or are treating me kindly. It's all the time, because it's not about them and it's not about me. Why do we submit? Because this pleases the Lord, because it's God's way that He's put things together. God is a God of order, and it's His system. So really, when we're refusing to submit, when we're bucking that system, we're not bucking society's system or something the church put in place. It's God's. He's the one who very specifically said, submit. You have to. So why am I calling this the bravery of submission? Because I would like to fight against this idea that it's weak-willed women who submit. Submission is hard. Like, it's not the easy way out. It's not the I'm a doormat, so please walk all over me way out. That's not. Submission is really hard. Submission is sometimes I don't get to do what I want to do, and I still have to be nice. What do you mean we can't go on vacation? I hate being responsible all the time with our money. I wanted to go to the Caribbean. Sometimes submission is I have to do something I don't really want to do, and I need to respond appropriately. No, I don't want to do the dishes. You can't make me. No. It requires lots and lots of self-control and a strong will. Does that sound like someone really weak to you? Honestly, when I'm really weak, that's when I'm going to throw a fit and stomp and snort and wail and whine. You don't really love me. It takes so much strength to be gracious and to respond appropriately. What do you mean I'm being just like my mother? But most of all, it requires bravery because it requires a complete and full trust in God. Because submission means I'm not the one in control. If my husband has made a decision and I don't trust his decision, then, oh no, what's going to happen? And wait, I know the answer to this. I can fix this. Just let me be in charge. Let me be in control. Let me take over things because I know what to do. No, we're having salmon. You need to learn how to be healthy. No. God says we have to allow our authority to make decisions. So what that means is I have to allow my authority to make mistakes. And I have to get out of the way so God can grow him. One definition of submission that someone has said is that submission is ducking so that God can hit your husband over the head. This would also apply to bosses, etc. Does this mean that we can never speak up, that we shouldn't have any opinions? Again, no. It's just like in the work world. You give your advice. You put your opinion out there. It would be wrong not to. They want advice. They need our help. But when they say, I'm done talking about this, we've made our decision, then that's it. You don't get to keep bringing it up because it's done. They've made the decision. And that's okay. And that's where we have to start trusting God, that He's the one in control. He's the one that knows how this decision is going to go. He's the one who's going to take care of things and teach us and grow us through it. We have to be able to share our opinions and then be brave enough to let it rest and be okay with that. The Bible also talks about women being true daughters of Sarah if they do not give in to fear. And I think that's talking about submission. Don't give in to fear. Follow God in all of His ways. So I hope that's a little bit of an encouragement to you today. Submission is not being a mamsy-pansy, weak-willed. It takes so much hard work. So, maybe, is that discouraging? It's hard. It is hard. Don't feel alone. If you feel like you really struggle submitting, whether that's to your parent or your husband or your boss, if it's really hard, it's hard for everybody. So we have to be willing to step back from making these decisions so precious to us. It has to be my way. We have to let go of that need for control and safety and the feeling of safety that comes through being in control. And we have to trust God. He is our ultimate authority. And everyone submits to Him. And then we all, in different ways, submit to each other. So as always, please comment below or message me. Let me know what you thought of this video. Let me know what subjects you want to talk about. That's really helpful for me, knowing where we can start this discussion together. I would so love to talk about the things that are on your heart and mind. And thank you so much for watching, guys. Love you. Bye!